Why hire a virtual assistant? Okay, as somebody who employs virtual assistants, and we're trying to get 12 more this month, I'm gonna tell you that virtual assistants are one of the coolest, amazing ways to scale your business. And I also wanna tell you why hiring a virtual assistant, at least one, is one of the smartest things you can do for your company. Let's dive in. So there I was, sitting in an event when I finally got slapped with this truth nuke. This guy said, he's one of my business coaches, he says, Steve, if there's a failure that happens in your company, it is not a people problem, it is a process problem. He said, basically, if there's a failure that happens inside your business, don't you dare go talk to the person and say, how dare you? It's a systems issue, not a person or personnel problem. I was like, huh. And he said, what it means is you've not crafted a system. This was like 4 years ago. He's like, you've not crafted a system that the person you've hired can win with. It's not their fault, it's yours. It's like, huh, interesting. So I have a problem if you're watching this video right now thinking that a VA is gonna be this extra manpower wizard that just fixes all your problems because now there's more hours in the day because you've hired it out. That's not really what you use a VA for, okay? VAs are really, really good and really helpful. Virtual assistants are very helpful when you have systems to plug them into. So what I'm gonna share with you in this video is 3 systems that are very easy to plug a VA into so that you can win and they can win and more money can come in. Let's dive in. System number 1, and probably one of the most common, admin. Administration, just taking care of admin stuff. Let me tell you the story here. When I left my job 3 months out, my marketing systems were really, really strong. I started selling so much stuff that my fulfillment was getting outpaced, right? And so my marketing gets really, really strong and my fulfillment's like, oh crap, our fulfillment's starting to drop. This is a natural cycle in every company. So then what does the owner do? The owner goes and says, we need to upgrade our fulfillment systems. And so their systems get massively upgraded, but now suddenly they're too expensive. They're like, oh crap. We need to upgrade our marketing systems. And then marketing systems leapfrogs fulfillment. And then fulfillment leapfrogs marketing. Then boom, 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 boom. Guys, that's like the cycle of every single company. You build the structure and they'd be like, the structure's too expensive. We need to increase sales. And this cycle is so natural. So identify first off where you are in the cycle. Are you in a spot where you need more marketing systems or you need more business and fulfillment systems? Okay. So how does this relate to VA? Well, I started realizing that this was a thing that I was stuck in. Again, every company is. It's one of those leapfrogs they're going through. How does a VA fit into this? Well, it's hard to hand a VA the task of grow my company. That's so not defined. They can't win at that. That's so weird. Run my calendar. It's like, really? Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's sure, for sure. That makes sense, I guess. What's better though is to do what I call red dot, green dot. Okay, so stick with me again. Red dot, green dot is a really easy thing that I came up with 2 or 3 years ago actually this is a while ago now. What was happening was I had my first hire. My marketing systems were outpacing my business systems, and I needed to make the first hire to help fix that. I needed to boost up my fulfillment and my support. So I made my first hire. And my first hire comes on in, and I'd already passed 6 figures by that point, and he sits down, and I'll never forget this, man. He looks right at me, and he goes, all right, I'm excited. What should I do? And I remember sitting at my desk, and I was like, well, I don't know, work. I just kept going. He's like, what do I do? I sucked at management, clearly. There was nothing to give him. And so I was like, I need to oh my gosh, I never realized. And it's stupid, juvenile of me to think that. But I didn't know what to give him. The same thing happens when you go hire an admin VA. Okay, so what I like to do is red dot, green dot. Let me circle back to that, okay? Red dot, green dot is a thing where I sit down and in the morning, I just get everything out of my head constantly. What's in my head? What's in my head? What's in my head? This is a task. This is a task. This is a task. This is something we need. This is something I don't want to do, but we need to do. And I make a huge list of all the things that are in my head. This is very simple. I take a green marker and a red marker. And the green marker, I put a green dot next to every revenue generating activity. And I put a red dot next to every activity that's not revenue generating. I hand all the red dots to the VA. I'm not involved with things that don't involve the increase of revenue. Does that make sense? Super simple way to handle this. But red dot, green dot's really, really nice. A green dot next to everything that makes money, a red dot next to everything it doesn't, but still is important. I don't want to let my foot off of the sales pedal. And so I go and I take all the red dots and just go dump it over to the VA. Now, that's a great way to do it. I've done that several times with several different styles of hires as well. And it's a good way to hand a task list over to a VA so that they can help grow your company. Hey guys, the second system to hire a VA for and to plug a VA into is the lead gen and sales roles. I love this role. This is so awesome. You're literally plugging a VA into helping you create more cash. Let me tell you how it works. Right now, this is what we do. We have a team of VAs, and this is why we're trying to get 12 more this month, which I think we will. But we have a team of VAs, and this is how it happens. They are active inside my Facebook groups. They're talking. There's things that we're asking them to say. There's a little engagement questions we're asking them to ask our people. As soon as there's a little piece of engagement or excitement and the future customer like gives permission, the VA goes through a tiny little script. It's painless. It's very small. But what we have the VA do is we have them be what we call a virtual setter. Now, if you're familiar with the phone sales model at all, it's very common to have a setter and a closer. Someone who books the appointments and someone who closes the sales, right? Now, I don't want these VAs to be closers, but man, they could be setters. And so what they do is they spend all day, we pay them full time to go in and be setting appointments for our phone team. Oh, baby. Give me a little "all baby" in the comments. Oh, yeah. Okay, what's cool about this is this removes you from the sales burden. I'm not as involved in the sales burden, right? This starts to shift the power so it's not just on the responsibility of sales. It's no longer just on my shoulders. I'm starting to share the weight, share the burden. And now there's a team of VAs who's out there engaging in my groups and engaging with the people on my list. And as the person raises their hand and says, "Yeah, I'm interested," we're getting them to set an actual appointment for a phone person. The power of this is insane. And this has been really, really huge for us because it's basically allowed us to create more cash without my involvement. Right now, as I'm making these videos, right? Today I'm making these videos. In the next room over there, right? I'm in my studio right now. There are literally a phone closing areas right there. One of my phone guys has been here all day and he's been talking to tons of phone people set with their appointments set up by a VA last week. And these VAs, they'll set up, one VA is setting up anywhere from 1 to 4 appointments per day, per VA. It's pretty awesome. So that's a scalable model. And plugging a VA into a system like that, oh my gosh, it's been so powerful. So like I said, it removes the burden off my shoulders for the sale, but it also makes it so that the phone guys constantly have people to talk to and try to sell to and chat with. This is one of the most powerful things you can plug into, the lead gen and sales-based areas. Oh, it's awesome. Predefine it ahead of time what it is they're going to be doing, but then you can start to one by one bring people in. And there's VA agencies out there that will help you find and pair you with somebody who's actually a good fit for you and your company. Guys, before I show you the third way I like to use VAs, subscribe, hit the like button, let us know what you're thinking about this video. If you're going to go use the VA strategy, let me know down below. Let me know down below, and if there's any questions you have about it, also let us know. This has been something that's been really impactful for our company because it's released me again from being a launch company. It's released me from having sales on my shoulders squarely. I'm really excited for you guys to go do this yourselves. Let us know how it's going below. Third system to plug a VA into is actually your fulfillment systems, fulfillment and support. Stick with me. I promise this is exciting. This is usually the topic that people hate listening to the most, okay? When I was in the Army, it was really shocking to hear that, like, by the numbers, like 20% of the Army was actually combat. The other 80% is support. It takes that many people and that much time and manpower and effort and energy to support the 20% to do what they do. Fascinating. Think about your business structure. There are a few people that say, like, hey, for every 1 non-revenue generating hire, you need to have 2 revenue generating hires. There's a percentage that you can grow this thing in a really cool way that makes it so, again, sales isn't on your shoulder, but neither is fulfillment. Obviously, I'm not saying don't fulfill. I'm saying that if you build the system in place, someone else can run the system. Okay, so what we like to do is we like to build out the fulfillment, write down what happens. When somebody purchases, what happens? First this, then this, then this, then this. We're gonna ship this out, right? We're going to call them and set up an appointment for X, Y, and Z with 1, 2, and 3. Then this happens, then this happens. Write that down. If it's not written, it's not a process. Okay, write the process down. I like to draw pictures a lot when we do that. I draw graphs of my funnels, and that's how I design our fulfillment for our products. And so what's powerful about that is it means I can hand that over to somebody who doesn't actually need to know the product. They just know, okay, when that happens, it's not like all the Amazon warehouse workers know all the products they're tossing in the boxes. There's just a system. And they're like, okay, when this happens, I go to that shelf, that row, that product, I grab it, I put it in a box, I put a stamp on it, right? I label it, I put it over there, scan it, it goes on the truck, boom, my role's done. Having it that kind of like batted down really helps, because it means also you're not the business. Okay? As soon as you create a system that's documented, you treat it like the Bible of fulfillment, and then bring in a VA or someone to run it. And oh my gosh, that's so powerful. That's been one of the most powerful pieces ever. Right before getting on this video, actually with you guys here today, I was chatting with some of my systems people saying we need to do these things first. Let's tweak this part of the system. I see a breakdown, right? And just like I started in this video, said, look, if anything breaks, it's a systems issue, not a people issue. Start treating it that way and realize, elevate yourself and look down to say, I am automating a series of systems, and that's what the business is, so that it's not stuck on people's shoulders or in their heads, and everything is documented. Fulfillment's one of the coolest ways for you to bring a VA into. It's one of the coolest things to bring a VA into. It's also one of the coolest things that begins the next sale. So if you have someone dedicated to customer satisfaction, someone dedicated to support, it is the beginning of the next sale. And is one of the easiest ways for you to increase the revenue in your company. Hey guys, I got a free gift for you that I've never ever put on this channel ever. Go to socialphoneleads.com. Socialphoneleads.com will hook you up with that software and the VA agency thing that I was just talking about. It's not my company. It is an affiliate link, just so you know, but what it is a booking link, so you can actually get on the phone and talk with them to see if your company can fit and handle the VA phone closing power that I was just talking about. If you're ready to get the sales burden off your shoulders and hand it to a VA team and closers who will do that kind of stuff for you, go to socialphoneleads.com. It's a one-on-one call. It's totally free. It is an affiliate link. If you end up signing up, just have to disclose that, but I'll put the link in the description.